Aesop's Fables, number 18, Disarmed. A lion fell in love with a farmer's daughter and wooed her. The farmer could not bear to give his girl in marriage to a wild beast, yet he dared not refuse. So he evaded the difficulty by telling the importunate suitor that he quite approved of him as the husband for his daughter. He could not give her to him unless he would pull out his teeth and cut off his claws, because the girl was afraid of them. Oh gosh. There we go. The lion was so much in love that he readily submitted to these sacrifices, but when he presented himself again, the farmer treated him with contempt and cudgeled him off the premises. Do not be too ready to take advice which is offered you. If nature has given you special advantages over others, do not let yourself be deprived of them, or you will fall an easy prey to people who used to stand in awe of you. Number 19. Third-party profit. On a hot, thirsty summer's day, a lion and a boar came to drink at a small spring. They started quarreling which should drink first, and so provoked each other to a mortal combat. But stopping for a moment to take breath, they looked around and saw some vultures waiting to devour whichever of them was killed. The sight made them stop their quarrel. It is better for us to be friends, they said, than to be eaten by vultures and crows. Strife and contention are ill things, which end in danger for all parties, if they have not the sense to be reconciled. Number 20, a bird in the hand. A lion was just going to devour a hare which he had found asleep. When he saw a deer go by, he left the hare to pursue the deer, and the hare, awakened by the noise, ran away. After a long chase, the lion found he could not catch the deer, and when he went back to get the hare, he found that it too had taken to flight. It serves me right, he said, for letting go the food I had in my grasp in hopes of getting something better. Men are sometimes like this lion. Instead of being content with a moderate gain, they are attracted by some more alluring prospect, and are surprised to find that they lose even what they could have been sure of having. 21. The lion's share. A lion and a wild donkey were hunting, the lion using his strength and the donkey his swiftness of foot. When they had caught a number of animals, the lion divided them into 3 lots. I will take the first lot, he said, because as king I hold the highest rank, and the second one as your equal partner. As for this third one, it will bring you into serious trouble unless you choose to make yourself scarce. Whatever he undertakes, a man should estimate his capacity according to his own powers, and not enter into an alliance or tie himself up with people who are too strong for him. (22) A companion in fear. The lion was continually finding fault with Prometheus. It was true that Prometheus had made him big and handsome, had armed his jaws and teeth and his paws with claws, his jaws with teeth and his paws with claws, and had given him greater strength than any other animal. But with all these advantages he complained. He was afraid of roosters. You have no reason to blame me, replied Prometheus. You have everything that I could give you, and every gift it was in my power to fashion for you. It is your own spirit that has this one weakness. At this, the lion was sorrowful. He kept accusing himself of cowardice, till at length he wanted to die. But while he was in this frame of mind, he met an elephant, and after greeting him, stopped to talk. He noticed that the elephant kept moving his ears all the time. What's the matter? He asked. Can't you keep your ears still for one moment? It happened just then that a gnat flew round the elephant's head. Do you see that tiny buzzing thing? He asked. If it gets into the passage of my ear, it's all over with me. There's no need now for me to die, said the lion. I am big and strong, and I'm more fortunate than the elephant. A rooster is it any rate something more to be afraid of than a gnat. The mighty fallen. When a man loses the prestige that he once had, he would become, in his misfortune, the plaything of even cowards. A lion, worn out with age and feebleness, lay breathing his last. First came a boar with a bow from its flashing tusks, took revenge on him for an old injury. Then a bull lowered its horn and gored its enemy's body. A donkey, seeing these attacks, delivered with impunity, started kicking the lion's forehead with its heels. The lion, on the point of expiring, it was hard enough to bear, he said, when those brave animals triumphed over me. But as for you, you shameful blot on creation, to be at your mercy as I die is like dying twice over. A repeater of persons. A lion was standing over a bullock which he had felled, and when a bandit presented himself and demanded a share of it, I would give it to you, said the lion, if you were not a habitual plunderer yourself. With that, he drove the ruffian away. It happened that an inoffensive traveler came that way. On seeing the wild animal, he stepped back. But the lion was as gentle as could be. There, he said, you shall have a share for not being greedy. Don't be afraid to take it. After dividing the carcass, he went off into the woods to give the man a chance of getting at it. A very good example, deserving all praise. Yet it is avarice that grows rich while the meekness remains poor. 25. Negotiating from weakness. When the hares addressed a public meeting and claimed that all should have fair shares, the lions answered, a good speech, hairy feet, but it lacks claws and teeth, such as we have.